This is Block Story version 13.3, the engine update. Immerse yourself in an all-new Block Story experience on PC, Android, and eventually iOS devices. We've spent the last 4 months upgrading the game's engine, and it's finally running on the latest version of Unity. This has allowed us to get better performance across all platforms, support the latest versions of Android and iOS devices, and reduce several of the back-end systems of the game, like all the game's particle effects, which now look better than ever before. The engine update isn't just fixing the back end to this game. In this update, we are allowing players to return to where it all began. The old terrain generator is back, and if you want access to it, create a world, type old into the seed and enter a world where you can find Atlantis, Moria, Hell, and the old floating islands. That's not all. If you aren't happy with the seed you were thrown into, type any characters after the word old into the seed and get a truly randomly generated world from the original terrain generator. The options are endless. OG fans will be thrilled to see the return of the teleporting staff, although this time it has a new name and a new use. This item is essential for new players and it is now placeable. Placing this down will disable hostile enemies from spawning within a 64 by 64 radius. You are essentially giving yourself land claim, preventing all things from spawning close by, including NPCs and friendly creatures. So if you want those back, you will either have to destroy the branch or capture them in spawners, because the branch does not affect spawners. We have heard your complaints, and there will be a sweep of balance changes in this update. In Block Story 13.3, all space creatures will have at least one magic weakness attached to them. It will be up to you to figure out what element they are weak to, so you can truly do a ton of damage to them. They will also drop more items and have a much greater chance to drop diamonds. The Dragon Lord has seen a sweep of changes as well. For those of you that think he's too hard, he now has been nerfed closer to your world's spawn point. He will have much less health and damage. And for the true Block Storian, the Dragon Lord at his max level has received a buff, having more health and dealing more damage than ever before. Killing him at his max level will greatly reward you with an incredible amount of XP. Speaking of XP, changes were done across the board. We want players to be reaching the triple-digit levels on their characters, so the amount of XP required to level up from level 60 and beyond has been greatly reduced to give yourself a better chance against your foes. Not only that, some bosses have had their XP rates adjusted as well, so that farming Aragog won't be the only quick solution to leveling up. For mobile users, unlocking inventory rows has always been incredibly expensive. That's why in Block Story 13.3, the amount of diamonds it costs will be getting reduced by 78%. We aren't stopping just there. Timers have been changed all across the board on furnaces, cauldrons, anvils, and reviving pets. For music, I've started up a music team for the game to add in exclusive boss themes for some of the bosses in the game. In this update, we will be bringing in some of those themes over to add in more personality to the bosses in the game. Finally, expect to see a ton of quality of life changes and hidden surprises for this update that you can discover for yourself. It's been a long summer getting all of this ready for release, and we've finally made it. This game's revival starts now.